Last week I did a video on wedding and bridal shows because that season is here. In fact, I do my first one tomorrow and Sunday. Now, I talked about a lot of things in those videos, some of my opinions on how you might want to think about selling at these shows or some effective sales techniques at these shows. But I also talked about setup and what you should and shouldn't have. Again, my opinions, and they're only mine, and there are several ways to do things, but I feel like this is probably the way to go. I try to get into the head of the bride and groom and think about what they might be looking for. Are they looking for RCF or Bose speakers? Probably not, because they don't know what they are. They could be Radio Shack speakers as far as the client's concerned. You know it sounds good, and you can tell them it sounds good, but they don't need to see them. They don't need to see your CD players and all that stuff. Again, my opinion. What I feel like you need to convey to these people is what it's going to look like, kind of give them a visual. So for that reason, I felt like it was a good idea to focus on lighting. Now, I did a set yesterday, and I tried to do just that. Now, when you set up for these wedding shows, you could run into some lighting nightmares. This particular show, you've got a lot of fluorescent lighting overhead, so the room's good and bright, which is great if you want to see where you're going, crap if you want to show off your effect lights. The other thing is you cannot have any lighting that shines outside of your booth. You can't have stuff shining on the ceilings, on the people, whatever. It's got to stay kind of within your little area. So this is what I came up with. We have a 6-foot table with a white table scrim, 2 Frankenstein tripods with 2 double scrims in white, and behind those scrims I'm running tri-LED. Behind the tripods I've got 2 flat par tri-18s, which are very bright, and then under the table I have 4 flat par tri-7s. I went ahead and put the H2O LED Pro on the floor. That's 50 watt LED, so that's pretty bright. And then on the back wall I went ahead and put the Hypnotic RGB. That laser is bright enough to shine on the black even in that bright room. So keeping in mind our objectives and what I have for an arsenal, what might you change about how I've set this up? Let me know in the comment section. Now, one thing I wish I did have would be like a flat screen, and then I could constantly show footage from some gigs that I've done, some crowd shots, some setup shots, all that kind of stuff. I think what I might do is try to put together a montage on my iPad. I could put it on the table, or alternately I can just kind of show people as they have questions. Not a long montage, maybe a minute long. Show some uplighting, show some crowd shots, show some shots of the setup put up in different rooms and things like that. Just an idea, something I'm going to try to put together and make happen. But what would you change? Let us know. Practice and enjoy.